Good evening, folks. Zach Cross here. So I just left a council meeting. I somewhat bombed compared to usual, and I even went over my time. But the budget of the city, and it looking like they're probably going to be in the red again in the next couple of years, had me kind of scattered in my mind. So basically what happened is I had told the mayor that I had planned on showing up today and announcing a couple of things. One, I planned on announcing 3 initiative items that I hope you guys see fit to go through here in Marysville. A lot of us have issues with the current police chief, who has pretty much only been promoted to the position he's in because he basically outlasted the rest of the corrupt cops that ended up being terminated over the years and or retired. So basically the first would be to get a chief of police turned into an elected position. Now, you wanted him in an elected position because unlike the current chief of police and the one before that, who slayed his wife in Yuba City side, after raping women around here for years and years, allegedly. Basically, how are you going to do a good job if you don't live here? So, number one, make the chief of police an elected position with a mandatory residency of Marysville, in Marysville. Okay, that should work out pretty good. Then, basically, the next thing would be to municipalize the water system and take us to surface water. I don't know if you guys know this, but we pay some of the highest water rates in the state of California, and that says a lot. And us taxpayers, including the citizens of Marysville, own Bullard's Bar. We should never have to pay and be price gouged for water or power that damn generates something like almost $1 billion a year in energy revenue alone. On top of that, it has all of those cubic acre feet of water behind it that we sell abroad, and shouldn't be an issue to sell it at a decent rate for our citizens. So then we have many of us, including the city council, who want to blame everything the city has done wrong and has going wrong on their predecessors. Well, perhaps we should take a good look at term limits on their predecessors. Probably would have done good. So term limits on these, a max of 3 terms, should probably also help keep the corrupt out. Now, I know what they're going to say, and some are going to say, well, what happens if they do a good job? How rare is that, folks? Why are we sitting here tormenting ourselves with corrupt, self-serving politicians because once in a generation, maybe a few of them come together to actually be worth a shit? No, folks, if they can't get it done in 3 terms, whether they're bad or good, they don't need to be there. If they can't move up, they don't need to be there. So, it is that time. Come on, Katie, get over here. Get out of that bum-infested flea thing. Oh, well, I guess you can take a piss. Anyway, folks, that is that. It looks like Marysville's probably going to be in the red again, and we have 2 unelected officials who are trying to make side deals on a 3rd brick and mortar. It seems like a delivery service or 2 or 3 would probably work out pretty good as far as, tax revenue and increasing it to shore up the budget. So they don't want that, though, because one of these unelected officials has an interstate trafficker from Texas pegged with side deals, from what I understand, coming in. Hey, babe, will you leash her and walk her? Then you've got the other one, who I guess is working with somebody locally, somebody I know a little bit personally through the industry and meeting them on common ground, who doesn't even pay their employees in any partnership they've signed up for. Basically, they've ended up not being forthcoming and truthful, and the partnership either failed or the people who were partnering up with this fraud got screwed. So anyway, this is some stuff that you guys should be concerned about. That's what I've taken away from this meeting and the last 5 months of living in Marysville. You have a good day. Thank you.